Another soldier takes cover behind a tree, believing it will provide protection. The FPV drone locks onto his position, and despite the attempt at concealment, the strike is successfully executed. Ukrainian FPV drones identify Russian personnel traveling on motorcycles. The first rider narrowly avoids a strike, but the second vehicle is successfully targeted. A lone Russian soldier is observed moving cautiously through a ditch resembling a trench. Within moments, a Ukrainian FPV drone descends toward his position and executes a precise strike, neutralizing the threat before he can reach cover. In the aftermath, a Russian service member is seen amid the fire and debris. Amid the chaos, his personal belongings, including money, are scattered and lost. A soldier remains stationary, preparing for his next move. An FPV drone approaches and delivers a precise strike, neutralizing the target. A soldier tries to take cover among the ruins of residential buildings. The FPV drone approaches at high speed and executes a precise strike, neutralizing the target despite the attempt to evade. A soldier attempts to take cover among trees to evade the drone. Initially, the drone passes by, but as it circles back, it detects him. The soldier tries to escape, but the FPV drone intercepts and neutralizes the target. A Russian soldier takes cover in the basement of a house in a Ukrainian village, but underground concealment provides limited protection. An FPV drone approaches the basement entrance and detonates, leaving no route for escape. Russian soldiers attempt to conceal a quad bike under tarps, hoping to shield it from drone detection, but the UAV operator quickly identifies its shape and disables the vehicle. Similarly, a Russian heavy machine gun position is located and neutralized by a drone. Returning to the same basement where at least one Russian soldier had previously been hiding, another FPV drone is deployed. A montage follows, highlighting Ukrainian FPVs engaging multiple enemy targets. Each strike showcases the precision and expertise of Ukrainian drone operators. Two personnel on motorcycles are detected on the road. They are immediately engaged by drones and rendered unable to continue toward their positions. A soldier is observed attempting to communicate via radio. An FPV drone approaches, neutralizing the target before any further action can be taken. A Russian soldier attempts to take cover within the remains of a partially destroyed building. The first FPV drone flies over the ruins, clearing the approach to the target, while a second drone enters the structure and delivers a precise strike. Aerial footage shows debris and equipment scattered across the site, leaving the area secured and free of immediate threats. A fast-moving motorcycle approaches friendly positions. An FPV drone intercepts the vehicle, delivering a precision strike that disables it and prevents the motorcyclist from continuing toward the position. A Russian soldier hiding in an abandoned building in the Kherson region was spotted by a drone. Realizing he was being observed, he attempted to step outside cautiously, but the drone had already locked onto his position. A Ukrainian soldier in the Zaporizhzhia direction successfully shot down a Russian FPV drone at the very last moment, just as it was flying directly toward his vehicle. A Ukrainian fiber-optic FPV drone targeted a Russian ammunition truck on the front line. Moving in at high speed, the drone struck the vehicle with precise accuracy. The operations continued as Ukraine's Signum Battalion carried out additional strikes on Russian troop routes in the Lyman region. Multiple Russian vehicles along logistics roads were engaged by FPV drones. Despite the use of signal jammers, these fiber-optic guided drones remained highly effective. In another instance, even a Russian soldier on guard duty was detected and engaged by a fiber-optic drone. Members of the Ukrainian Rubak Riders Unit of the 112th Territorial Defense Brigade spotted a Russian soldier taking cover beneath a destroyed bridge in the Kupiansk direction. The soldier had limited options as the drone rapidly approached, leaving no opportunity to evade the strike. As the surveillance drone monitored the destroyed vehicle, it detected a Russian soldier lying still beneath a nearby tree. The soldier had no time to respond. Within seconds, the FPV drone locked onto his position and executed a precise strike, preventing any possibility of escape. Two Russian soldiers breached Ukrainian defensive lines and quickly began searching for cover. Moments later, as they took shelter among the ruins, they were detected and engaged by a Ukrainian FPV drone. Ukraine's 110th Mechanized Brigade observed a Russian soldier entering an abandoned dugout in the Verbo area. Shortly after, a drone deployed explosives on the position. The soldier withstood the initial strike, but subsequent follow-up strikes left no opportunity for escape. The Ukrainian 15th National Guard Brigade Katyg engaged Russian soldiers attempting to cross a river in the Kyansk direction. The crossing was part of a failed Russian effort to reinforce forward positions. As the soldiers entered open water, Ukrainian FPV drones tracked their movement and executed precise strikes. The attack destroyed the crossing point and dispersed the remaining troops, leaving Russian forces unable to establish a foothold on the opposite bank. A Russian soldier attempts to take cover behind a tree after spotting an approaching FPV drone. At first, it appears he has avoided the strike, but moments later, a second drone arrives and prevents his escape. A Russian transport truck is observed traversing rough terrain. A Ukrainian FPV drone approaches at high speed and delivers a precise strike to the vehicle's left side, disabling it. The footage continues to show additional Ukrainian FPV operations targeting enemy assets, including military vehicles, communications equipment, and a Russian radio station. The video then transitions into a compelling compilation of Ukrainian FPV drone operations conducted over the course of a week. The footage presents a continuous series of precise and impactful strikes against Russian positions. Day after day, Ukrainian operators monitor enemy movements, identify vulnerable locations, and deploy FPVs with remarkable accuracy. A reconnaissance UAV identifies a Russian tank. Despite the crew's efforts to conceal the vehicle, it is successfully targeted and struck. Ukraine's 414th Strike UAV Brigade detected a Russian soldier. Exhausted, weary, and completely alone, the soldier kept moving forward, unaware that he was under surveillance by a drone. After walking for a long time, he took cover under a tree to rest. Then, a Ukrainian FPV drone was launched toward him. It slowly approached the soldier. He noticed the drone at the last moment, but it was already too late. He had become its target. New footage has just been released from the Flying Skull team showing the elimination of an enemy combatant in an open field. Despite attempts to flee, the individual was unable to evade the strike. Ukrainian drone operators once again demonstrated exceptional skill and precision in a high-stakes environment. An FPV drone of Ukraine's 3rd Assault Brigade pursued a Russian soldier on a motorcycle. At first, the soldier did not notice the drone, but once he realized the threat, he attempted to accelerate. However, it was not fast enough, and the drone closed the distance before striking his position. A Ukrainian fiber-optic FPV drone from the Phantom unit of the 25th Airborne Brigade struck a Russian logistics vehicle carrying ammunition and supplies in the Pisky direction, delivering a precise and powerful blow. In the Lyman direction, Ukraine's 63rd Mechanized Brigade unleashed continuous fiber-optic FPV drone strikes, hitting Russian troops day and night. Supply routes, vehicles, and frontline positions were destroyed with deadly precision. Logistics collapsed, leaving Russian units low on ammunition and support. Relentless drone and artillery attacks have thrown their forces into chaos, stalling advances and crushing morale. Russian soldiers trapped inside a building attempt to flee, but they fail. This time, 2 Russian soldiers thought they were hiding from the drone inside a building. However, the FPV drone moved directly toward them, tracking their positions with precision. A Russian soldier protecting his wounded comrade was spotted advancing across a field. The Black Sky drone unit first dropped a bomb on the soldier lying on the ground, then targeted the advancing Russian soldier with a second attack using a precision FPV drone. The Ukrainian UAV battalion of the Freedom of Russia Legion targeted and struck a Russian field depot. The operation destroyed stored supplies and disrupted logistics in the sector. Ukrainian soldiers traveling in the vehicle ambushed by a Russian FPV drone. The drone was on the road waiting for the soldiers to pass. Ukrainian soldiers tried to shoot down the drone but failed. The drone began to follow them. They try to get away from the drone as fast as they can in a panic. But the drone is faster than the vehicle. But luckily, the Russian FPV drone missed its target. Ukrainian soldiers narrowly escaped the attack. Ukraine's 414th Hungarian Birds UAV Brigade identified a Russian soldier attempting to move across Ukrainian positions in the Zaporizhia region. An FPV drone was immediately deployed in response. Upon noticing the drone, the Russian soldier attempted to engage it, but the response came too late. A Ukrainian FPV drone spotted a Russian soldier alone in the open. Upon noticing the drone, the soldier appeared visibly alarmed and unsure of how to respond. He attempted to escape multiple times, but quickly realized it was futile. Despite his visible distress and gestures toward the drone, his efforts did not prevent the drone from completing its mission. Ukrainian troops mobilized with FPV kamikaze drones to neutralize 2 Russian soldiers. When one of the soldiers noticed the Ukrainian drone, he started shooting with his gun. But there was something else he didn't calculate. Another FPV kamikaze drone had already locked onto its target in the sky. Suddenly, there was a powerful strike. One enemy soldier was incapacitated on the spot, while another quickly indicated his willingness to surrender by raising his hands. This incident demonstrates that Ukrainian drones provide both tactical and psychological advantages on the battlefield. In the Donbass region, 2 Russian soldiers were seen attempting to transport ammunition using a wheelbarrow. An FPV drone operated by the Ukrainian armed forces was quickly deployed in response. Upon spotting the incoming drone, the soldiers immediately retreated from the area. The drone conducted a targeted strike on the ammunition-loaded wheelbarrow, resulting in a powerful explosion. The 33rd Mechanized Brigade launched an operation against Ukrainian infantry in the village of Bahesha, Donetsk region. In this high-risk operation, raids were carried out on houses with the support of drones. FPV drones first conducted targeted strikes on buildings where Russian infantry was located, after which Ukrainian soldiers entered the buildings. They cleared each house systematically, including basements, garages, and other shelters that Russian soldiers were attempting to fortify. A Russian soldier managed to escape from a house and enter a garage. However, all movements of the Russian soldiers were monitored by drones, and every location they entered was targeted. The settlement reportedly remains under the control of the Ukrainian armed forces.